just checking with YouTube, people that are playing the alphas and the beta and things like that. You know, because unfortunately I don't have the alpha or beta keys. Not that big enough player for that apparently, or I just don't know where to look to get one. But either way, simple fact of the matter is been watching the videos and I'm kind of alarmed by the parade of alarmists out there. So worried that well, it looks like they're doing well, but hopefully they don't mess up like they did in Warlords. Well, yeah, there are some things that yes, they did screw up a little bit in Warlords, but I don't think that they were screwed up by the designers as much as or the developers as much as it was the player base itself. Now, any system that they put in is going to have an exploit point. Okay? Now, and people, the mass majority, are going to use LFR was not meant to be. Well, I've already seen the content, so I don't have to worry about anything else. That was not the intentions of LFR. You know, talk to the designers, everything else. Yes, it was a way for people that aren't hardcore raiders to see in-game content, but it was not meant to be, well, it's all I got to do. You know, it was meant as a stepping stone also for hardcore raiders. Yeah, so that they could get an idea of the fights before they stepped into full-fledged raid mode. So that they could take people that they had just recruited into these runs and go, okay, here it is. This is how the fight runs. Get them familiar with the bosses to, move them into the more heroic and into the mythics and, things of that nature. It was meant to open the community up a little bit more, not close it as much as it has. That is the player base's fault. That has nothing to do with WoW. If you spent all of your time in Draenor, the Warlords expansion, in your garrison, and never stepped out of your garrison, that is your fault. Okay? I will admit that they did not give as much content as they had in past expansions. But that was because they put all this time into stuff for you to do in the past expansions, all this content, and still had people complaining about there's nothing to do. When there were plenty of things to do, it was just people didn't want to go do them. So they went, well, obviously they didn't want to do that stuff, so we're not going to put it in there. We're just going to put it in the raids. We're going to put it in PvP. There it is. We're done. You can't blame them for that. You can't blame them one bit for that. I would do the same. Anybody would do the same. After years of hearing, there's nothing to do. When's the next expansion coming out? We've eaten. No, you didn't eat through all the content. You decided you were done with content. You were done trying content. So it didn't matter how many legendary quests they threw in. You weren't going to do them anyways, because all you cared about was when's the next raid. Well, if that's your mentality, you can't blame them for going, okay, well, we're not going to put all this time in building 3,000 raids into an expansion, because raids take up a lot of time. It's a lot easier to put in a simple content legendary quest where you have to go do this, that, or the other throughout the entire new expansion area than it is to put in a whole new raid. Design the area, have the entrances, everything else, and design a whole new area within the expansion for people to go raid in and be done with in a couple of weeks. Okay? And anybody who believes otherwise is more than welcome to put their comments in the comment box below. But you can't blame WoW for, you can't blame the creators of Warcraft and the developers and the designers of this game for the fact that you got bored. I listened to a YouTuber the other day that said that he's had an up and down relationship with WoW. That at times he's loved it and at other times he's hated it. And he went on to say that it's like a relationship. WoW is like a long-term relationship. That after a while you end up getting to that point where you're just like, y'all can't stand each other. And then you go and you try a new game, but it's just not the same. So you come back to WoW. You know, in hopes that it will become the person that it once was, that they once were. Well, let me go ahead and make it clear. WoW will never be what it once was. It will never be vanilla again. It will never be Burning Crusade again. It will never be Lich King again. It will never be Cataclysm. It will never be Pandora. It will never be Warlords again. Okay? Once it moves on, it moves on. They're about growth. You can either grow with the game or fall to the side. The choice is yours ultimately. Because there are plenty of players out there who love this game no matter what. They do. And it's not fanboy or obsession. It's they love this game. They know this game. They know this game well. It's like finding your soulmate. If you want to look at it from a relationship point of view, like this one YouTuber looked at it, it's like finding your soulmate. You don't leave your soulmate. No matter what little quirks or imperfections they have, you find them cute. You find them adorable. You find them tolerable. You laugh and you go, yep, they kind of screwed that up. Oh well. Just like if your girlfriend that you consider your soulmate and you love dearly, you come home and she's, decided to wax the floor and ate a hole in it. She's sitting in the middle of the floor crying, oh my God, what have I done? You just kind of look at her and go, it's okay, we'll get it fixed. Not a big deal. So if you're going to look at WoW as, say, a relationship like some YouTubers do, then if it's not your soulmate, then it's something that you're just playing with. And if you're just playing with it, you don't really need to have much of an opinion about it. Because, in all honesty, I worked in a bar for 10 years, 10 years, something like that. And girls that I went out with then, I didn't care what their shortcomings were. Because if I didn't like it bad enough, I just walked away. Didn't matter. They were something I played with, depending on how much I enjoyed playing with them. I wasn't looking for their faults. Didn't care what their faults were. And I think anybody who goes they have a love-hate relationship, that they love WoW from time to time and they hate WoW from time to time, they really need to just keep their opinions. No, I'm not saying you need to keep your opinions to yourself. Let me rephrase. I'm not saying you need to keep your opinions to yourself. But what I'm saying is you need to look at it from the perspective of, this isn't your soulmate game. It's the game that you're filling the time with until you get your soulmate game. Because there are plenty of people out there who love this game, have played this game since vanilla, will never leave this game. And that's the way it is. I think looking at the new expansion that comes out, you shouldn't be standing there telling the world, well, hopefully they'll mess it. You're coming into an expansion with a negative mentality right off the rip. Well, they've screwed up so many times. What did they screw up on? LFR? LFR was not meant to be what it is. And they handed it to us and went, hey, this is what it is. It's meant for you to raid, at a lower tier than raiding to get you ready for raiding or so that you can see content if you don't have time to be a full time raider. Made sense to me when they said it. I was like, okay, makes sense. Because there's plenty of people who would like to get into raiding, but it's daunting to get into raiding. It is. Especially when you talk to people and you hear about Vanilla WoW and original Nax, where you had to, attune this and attone that and have shadow this, and get this right and get that right. And you're looking at it going, oh my god, I've got to do all that. LFR is designed so that you don't have to do all of that. You know, I'm a strong believer in the attunements, gear level proper to get into raids is the way it should have always been. But people complained. Well, I never got to see that because I didn't have time to do the attunements and I didn't have time to get that gear, so nobody would take me in. Okay. Well, there's a reason why. You have to have that stuff. It's like taking a level 1 into a level 60 instance. He's gonna die. You know he's gonna die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has not done his homework. He has not done what needs to be done to get to that point. It's just the way it is. There is no ifs, there is no ands, there is no buts. Okay? It's just the way it is. So, I don't really know what I'm rambling about. Probably, if this does end up on my YouTube channel, you'll have to excuse some of the rambling about it because I don't really have a script. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head, and it's more of a rant about the fact that I'm just tired of listening to people complain about WoW. If you have that many issues with WoW, why are you playing? I mean, really, why are you playing the game if you've got that many issues? If everything about the game is driving you crazy, if playing the game just seems too much like a job, then you don't need to play because it is a game. Okay? And unless you're planning to put out your own product that's going to be the WoW killer that they've mythicized about for years, then what are we doing? Hey, honestly, what are we doing here? What are you doing? I mean, really. It's not a hard thing. Let's see which one of these items costs more. That costs, yep, we're going with the dagger because it costs more because we're just going to sell it off anyways. Oh, our reputation, we are revered with the Night Elves. Alright, I'm going to say this because it is kind of odd. Shouldn't you already be exalted with the Night Elves if you are a Night Elf? I mean, it should be like a racial thing. It's like black people. You don't have to work on your rep as a black guy in black culture. You pretty much have your rep. It's there. You have a certain rep regardless. But that's something else for a totally different video. Just nothing to do with WoW. So, let's see. What? Oh yeah, I wanted to check some of the stuff out. Alright. I know what I mean. You go down this road, turn. Basically what we're doing on the game right now is we're just turning in very low level quests that I don't really need, that I picked up kind of with this lovely little question mark right here. No, that's not. Yeah. Where is it? No, this thing right here that tells you, hey, go here. This is where your next thing is, which is a cool thing to have. The problem is with the heirloom gear, by the time you finish up your little bit of questing there and then you go do that, you are so far above that level that it's nearly a waste if you're trying to power level, which a lot of people still try to power level to some extent so they can get up as fast as possible because most people are running on alts. There are very few, I will say very few new players. Most are old players that come back and they're trying to power level a toon because they're on a new server because a friend of theirs plays on this server and but I don't know. I've gotten kind of off point here. Basically, my point was that don't go into the expansion cynical about the whole thing. Because if you're cynical about the whole thing, then obviously it's going to be a bad experience for you. If you're going in there going, well, yeah, hopefully they'll do better than they did with January. My expectations are low, though. They've messed up so much over the years now. Over the last couple expansions, they've messed up so much. Let's look at Mist, where, we were running around like with pandas, man. Why pandas? Well, let's see. Pandas showed up in the original, not the vanilla, but Warcraft 3 games. Guess what? Storm Stout was in that game. Yes. Anyone remember that? No, of course not. So, yes. Basically, the expansions follow a certain amount of the lore. Okay? Anybody goes, I don't understand what's that. Yes, we didn't know much about it, but there was a panda in Warcraft 3. There was. They made him a lord. They made his race, gave his race a lore, and did an expansion. And the expansion basically taught you their lore. How they were what they were, and how it is nobody has seen them. Okay? Imagine that. So, we're dealing with, we're dealing with this right here, because it is what it is. Okay, well, it makes sense. Nobody thought of that though. Everybody thought, well, it's our Zen moment. It's the Zen expansion. No, it's not the Zen expansion. They went, hey, remember that panda that we had in Warcraft 3? Maybe we should do something with that. Before Red Shirt guy goes, hey man, what about that panda that's in, World of Warcraft 3? Warcraft 3, man. Curious about him, Seen a panda once. Apparently he's got a race somewhere out there. He can't be the last of his kind, is he? He's some kind of mutant? What? Worgen? No. What is it? Just a cuddly Worgen? No. So, I'm going to turn this video off for here because I don't like I said, it's me basically rambling at this moment, but to some extent I'm sitting here going, you're rambling too much, man. So I'm probably going to check the recording, and if I like it, I'm going to put it on YouTube. If I don't, I'm not. And if you actually stayed to the end of the video, thank you. I appreciate it. And have a good day. Enjoy playing whatever game it is you play, whether it's Warcraft, whether it's StarCraft, whether it's Overview, whether it's Hearthstone, whether it's Legion, or whether it's Legends, whether it's, Candy Crush on Facebook. Enjoy whatever game you're playing, because if you're not enjoying it, there's no point in playing. Keep that in mind. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to keep track, see more content, subscribe. have a nice day.